Banlist Cup. So upper part again, left side, so losers bracket. Both these decks already lost a matchup, or their matchup in, what was it, the top, well, it depends, top 16 or top 8 playoffs. So this means that the deck that loses this one will be out of the tournament. So first of all, we have, well, I guess both definitely title candidates for the upper bracket. We have Nekroz from 2015, basically tier 0 back then. What was it, 10 years ago, guys? It's going to take on, I was about to say another tier 0 deck, but it's not the case. I mean, Rulers and Spellbooks were dominating back then with something like Evil Swarm in the back. But Rulers is definitely one of those decks that, well, it has a name. But this is the, you know, Dragon Ruler deck list post the first ban list. So not having access to the babies, but on the other hand, it does have access to other powerful stuff, looking at 6 stands and the Ravine, right, the field spell. But Nekroz, speaking of Nekroz, this was, well, a notorious tier 0 deck. Simply, I always call it Google deck because everything in the deck searches each other. And the thing is that I could definitely agree with the people that Nekroz here in this matchup should have the advantage. You know how powerful, basically their boss is, you know, Nekroz of Trishula, and Trishula is strong against a lot of decks, and it's non-targetable removal. With one downside though, you know, you have to banish one in hand, one on field, and one in graveyard. So that's something that, as the opponent, you can capitalize on. You know, set everything, set your hands, for example, or don't do anything and pass. That's not the case for this, but you know, back in the day it was. So let's see, we are getting Jin locked, and that's the key card, I guess, one of the key cards, but the key card. Jin, releaser of rituals. You know, you can use a ritual, at least Jin itself, to banish it from the graveyard for a ritual summon, so that's a bummer. The problem now is, at least the advantage of this deck, Jin lock is not the win con, so there are outs for Jin. At least for the, you know, the Nekroz monster summoned off of Jin. Looking at Blaster, for example, looking at the back row Phoenix, Wing Blaster, Ancient Tribute. The problem is that we need to survive, and that wasn't the case with this. So we are immediately 1-0 behind. Okay, we can recover. Okay, so we're going first, and this is a solid opening hand. You could keep your normal summon, as in normal summon Trooper mill 3, but in this case, the more powerful play for this particular deck probably is, you know, use Tempest to search the Debris Dragon. Because I already had Trigon in the graveyard, you know, Reborn Trigon, go for Synchro level 7, and go from there. Ancient Fairy Dragon, pop the field spell, search the field spell, yada yada. Basically, we're setting our hand because we don't want to get trished, right? So, and again, because of Mexi, right? Yeah, because of Mexi, we are making these mediocre plays. As setting the level 1 tuner, right? You're not going for a level 8 synchro play. I didn't see any uses. Like, there wasn't really a synchro that would be strong enough. Like Stardust, maybe. What's it? Scrap Dragon and what's the other one? Colossal Fighter. Like, all are just getting bounced by a Brionac. Because I think my back rows weren't the outs for that. Okay. So we side deck Eradicator. Let's see. I think we should. Okay, yeah, we knew the Valk was there, so we can't attack for a game. Even though this was not game, but I guess you can definitely afford it. And here I could have done maybe a big brain play, as in, because I don't think so. As in, I don't think there were any Nekroz ritual spells in the graveyard. You know, by using Eradicator calling spells, they'll get those rituals in the graveyard with an empty field. So maybe I could have gone for a big, because they drew the Manju. Maybe I could have, yeah, probably should have risked it. But on the other hand, the thing is that sure, you're getting rid of their ritual spells, but they are playing, what was it, 6, I think? So I think these were their last 2, actually. And we're getting OTK'd. So I think, in hindsight, I think I should have gone for the risk, as in we wait and hope they commit to the field first, normal summon Manju Senju, and then go for the ritual summon. If they have the Manju Senju, right? Like, obviously now it's easier. Anyway.
Continue your journey with the DLC for the Pokemon Legends ZA game. Portals to another dimension will take you and your Pokemon on even more adventures. This DLC for Pokemon Legends ZA is available now.
Hungry for more, burger lovers? Put your hands together for O'Charlie's new half-pound, 100% American Angus beef burgers. Bold, char-grilled, irresistible. What are you waiting for? Come on in. Get fired up for O'Charlie's new Bourbon Bacon Burger. Smoky perfection dripping with bourbon sauce. A great addition to our lineup of flame-kissed favorites. Grab a juicy Angus burger at O'Charlie's today.
Game number 3. It's not over yet. Let's see, 6 cents. I'm a fan of calling 3 and 4. I like the theory of back in the day, like calling 3 or 4. If you roll the dice and roll 3 or 4, you're drawing the same amount. Or if you roll 5 or 6, if you roll 5 or 6, you get to mill the same amount. Mill 5, mill 6. The worst potential rolls are 1 and 2. It is what it is. Okay, so let's see. We rolled 3, I think. So, okay, 3 draws. And the problem here is... I was distracted here. I think it was the previous turn. I was like, okay, let's see if there's emptiness. Obviously, they will side take it. If not, we would have been able to, I think, push for game if it wasn't for a potential Valk. Anyway. And I was like, okay, let's banish Blaster so we can search Blaster just in case if it's like emptiness or maybe mistaken arrest. We could pop it eventually, or keep Blaster for next turn for Jhin, I don't know. And for whatever reason, I think I was distracted by one of the little ones. And I set guard. And as soon as I was like, okay, let's use Blaster, I was like, I set the guard. It's not going to matter. The Blaster is not getting bounced back because, it didn't use its effect. And the thing is that I think I side-decked my Typhoons. And here I get, even though, I'm using Skill Drain here. Well, just in case. Because, unless you already have Shuret in hand. But the thing is that they were passing every time. So you could assume their hand is not that great. Plus, what I was about to say is, yeah, the random Typhoon. You could maybe keep the Typhoon for Skill Drain, but seeing that hand was terrible, and Debunk is there, that potentially can negate the Brionek, the crucial Brionek, I guess you could go for the random Typhoon. Okay, game number 4. This is a good start for Nekroz, but the problem is that, they already committed. Yeah, as in they already used Valk. I guess, giving them 2 draws, Pot of Greed Valk, effect to draw into emptiness or something like that, that's respectable. And at the same time, in all honesty, Unicorn does jack. It doesn't do anything. Like here, okay, you're preventing the surge, but whatever. It's really whatever. And at the same time, you're investing resources, that is, right? If you want to get another Unicorn out. So anyway, they do have Valk, which I think we knew. So we're not able to attack our game. They're obviously keeping it, which is fine. We are going for... Okay, yeah, because we learned not getting OTK Dracossack pass. With, I think, Skill Drain. But look at this. Insane. We're chaining Skill Drain, obviously. But this, shuts down our own Dracossack effect. They go for the big Ritual Summon, because of Kaleido. The other one as well, for Brionek. No effect, obviously. And then Geki. And if it wasn't for a Wing Blast, this would have been game. I would have been sacked to the hell. Luckily, we had Wing Blast. Again, one of the advantages that Ravine Ruler says. It's playing back row. And now we are, or should be able to win this one. Because we know Valk is the next draw. And, we are able to put up a couple of strong monsters to deal with their board. And, of course, Skill Drain helps out, just like in the previous duel. Here, no, fair enough. It did something, yeah, prevented the surges. So, it's fair. It's good. And this is no Ritual Summon. Yeah, so 2-2. Nice comeback. So, let's see. What are we doing in game number 5? We're going second, and this hand, we need a big maxi. And the thing is that we both have maxi. So I think we're getting a couple of draws, because they are committing to, so this is +1. They are committing to Jhin, which I guess is fair enough. So they draw, yeah, because of this, right? Yeah, you're just hope to draw more cards and draw into your floodgates. So they have Jhin plus emptiness. So let's see, what's my... train of thought. Yeah, this time we don't have Blaster effect. We are Typhooning just in case if it's like their Typhoon essentially. Because we want to keep our Wing Blast. Yeah, I don't think we are in the position of stalling, of waiting, because we will lose the grind game. So let's see. The thing here is that I think we negated Maxi. But in all honesty, they had Typhoon, so... Like, the thing... What I was saying is that you could keep Divine Wrath, let them draw, like, maybe A lot of cards. Because it wasn't game, right? Like, imagine if you keep Divine Wrath here for Trish, essentially. They will Typhoon it, so it could not have mattered. And here Trish is fine, it's not the worst. Because they said, like, see, the problem is that I'm out of resources. And this is like so maybe, like again, maybe I should have waited, but the thing is that it won't matter. Because of the, what is it, the Manju draw. Maybe I think the better play was to just pass, with guard in hand and one set, and pray, hope for the best. Because I don't, the thing is that I would have given them maybe a Trishla target. Yeah, something else. I'm not so sure. Like, the Manju top deck was fantastic, and as I mentioned before, I side-decked in the Typhoons just in case of emptiness, and you know, Typhoon is terrible against Nekroz, but because of the potential, you know, psychological effect of them having emptiness, I wanted to have Typhoon, and that's essentially the loss. But with Drellor as well, and hardly any resources in Graveyard, I think Nekroz had it in game number 5, but this was again a super close one. Like, the previous match and this match were fantastic, like amazing. Anyway, okay, so next one, bottom part again. We have Blue Eyes versus Sprite, and that should be a rematch. Sprite won that one in this, you know, previously in the tournament, so who knows? Feel free to leave your predictions. Okay, guys, that's it. Thanks for watching. Feel free to leave a comment or like if you enjoyed the video. LITHIUM signing out. Peace.
For an elf, the holidays are stressful, but Verizon's got a bonkers deal at a new Google Pixel 10. Gemini, when's our next train coming?
Right now.
Ah, nutcrackers. Gemini, where am I?
You're in a blender.
Okay. Time for elf care. Gemini, find me a massage, please. Oh, that was fast!
Get Google Pixel 10 with Gemini and Watch and Tab all for $0. No trade-in needed on any plan.
Yo, what's up guys, welcome back. Next match, Banlist Cup. Let's